Okay, so it is Friday the 15th. Thankfully, not Friday the 13th. And it's my mom's birthday. So, what are we doing today? Well, let me explain the backstory. So, my mom makes the best chocolate chip cookies in the entire world. So I'm gonna try to replicate that. But you see, this was sort of like a spur of the moment thing because I was talking to all my friends last night, and we're all visually impaired, and they're talking about how some of us are more advanced using the oven and stove than ever. And so I just got this thought. I'm like, you know what? I can do this by myself. I don't need supervision. I'm a teenager. Like, duh, I can do this. Um, totally like that. So my mom and brother went to go get their iPhone fixed because they're both sort of broken. And then my mom went to go to the downtown Mattoon thing because she's into socializing and stuff. So now that Matt can drive, he had the car. My dad's upstairs. Um, so it's just me here in the kitchen by myself. So they're not home, and so hopefully this can go very well or very wrong. So the best thing, we have edible cookies at the end of this. The worst thing is it's the effort that counts, and hopefully my mom still enjoys her birthday anyway. A couple things. Since this was a spur of the moment thing, I don't do a lot of baking. I've only baked the chocolate cookies one every time, and that was for my girlfriend before she was my girlfriend, and my mom helped with that one. So this is my first time on my own baking any sort of thing. Um, and there's solar outside, and a couple things I have to mention. This kitchen is set up for my mom since she does a lot of cooking and baking a lot more than I do, which means I don't know where the baking soda is, and I don't know where the brown sugar is. So instead of me spending another half an hour looking for brown sugar and baking soda, we're just gonna leave them out. I don't know if that's gonna wreck or ruin this recipe, but I think I have everything else. I need to get the eggs out of the fridge. I will do that when I get there. We got the flour, the sugar. Got butter on my fingers when I slapped the top of the sugar. We got the vanilla, which thankfully almost forgot about that. We got the chocolate chips, most important part. Got a bowl. Got the salt. Literally the only thing I don't have is brown sugar and baking soda. And I talked to my girlfriend. She's like, "Oh, you can't bake without baking soda." I'm like, "We're about to find that out." Um, so I think I'm gonna do this in parts because I can't really hold my phone and stir. Also, I don't know where the mixer is, so I'm gonna be mixing all this up by hand. So that should be very interesting. Like I said, this kitchen is set up for my mom, not me. I'm not in here. And even though she had a bunch of stuff labeled, I don't feel like taking 10 years because I don't feel like running upstairs like, "Dad, where's this thing?" It's like, "Oh, it's blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "You could just come down here and help," but nope. Anyway, so we're going to preset heat the oven. That was a statement. So hit bake. Um, well, let's hope something happened when I hit the button. I expected a beep or something to happen, but no, you just hit the button. Very, very anticlimactic. I cannot tell this thinking, I'm not sticking my hand in there. So yeah, I'm gonna put this down, and then should I do the wet ingredients or the dry ingredients first? I'll go read the recipe. We'll see what this says. I looked it up online. We'll see how this goes. So I think I'll do the wet ingredients first, and we'll go from there. So jump cut. Okay, so reached another problem. This is like 30 seconds, but I haven't done anything yet. So it said to put the butter with the white and brown sugar, but we don't have sticks of butter. It said 2 sticks or 16 ounces. We got a tub of butter here, and it said you're supposed to be thawed out for 2 hours before you do it. So apparently you're not supposed to do this 2 minutes before. So what you do, you put it in for 7 seconds. So I'm just gonna put the entire tub in here in the microwave. We'll see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's hope I don't burn myself with butter. Okay, we only have like half a stick. So, I don't really know how much of it is supposed to go in this bowl here. We're about to find out. So, okay, so got my dad to help me, and got good news, sorta. So found the brown sugar. That's one thing. Because originally what I was going to do is just put 2 cups of white sugar in there and see how that went. But now I got brown and white sugar. Also, found the egg beater, so I don't have to like beat eggs however they did back in the old days before they came with technology and egg beaters.
Hey, do I need to crack your eggs so
Nope.
make sure?
I can crack my eggs.
I want to make sure it don't get no eggshells in it.
I won't get shells in the egg.
Okay, I offered, all right? I'm out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Dad. Man, Vinto didn't have a food prep class or something. But we got baking powder instead of baking soda, so that's the downside. But hopefully it doesn't go too bad. I'm like, is there a difference between brown sugar and brown sugar? No, between baking soda and baking powder. Like, no, not really. Except watching TV one time, and this kid was making brownies, and I think he even needed baking powder and used baking soda. Yeah, that's what it was. He used baking powder instead of baking soda. So he was making a chocolate cake, but because he used baking soda, it didn't rise properly, and it turned it into brownies instead of chocolate cake. It was chocolate brownies. So I don't know if the reverse is gonna happen, where we're using baking powder. It's going to make the cookies rise. We'll just have to see. This is all kind of experiment. But now, have the 1 cup of butter in the bowl. And now we just have to put the cup of sugar and brown sugar and then beat in the edge one at a time. So hopefully I don't mess that part up. Okay, so got an update. Here's what it looked like after all the beating. Oh, probably shouldn't say that too loudly. Okay, so that is the brown sugar with the white sugar and the butter. How come we don't call white sugar? We just call it sugar, and we have to specify that as brown sugar. Anyway, I'm getting too much into it. And then, so I put the butter and 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar all in. Beat that, and then added 1 egg, beat it, the second egg, beat it, and now it's just a goopy mess. So I believe the next thing is said is to add 3 cups of flour, which will give it some solid, some substance to it. Also, funny story. First time using the egg beater on my own, so I plug it in and stuff like that. It immediately turns on because I forgot to check to see if it was on or off. Because my mom, the last person that used the egg beater, didn't turn it off. So I'm like holding it like, how the heck do I use this thing? All of a sudden it just starts spinning. As soon as I plug it into the wall, I'm like, oh crap! Just dropped it straight into the batter. That was fun. And then I don't think the oven's on because I've opened this thing like 3 or 4 times and it's still cold. So that's nice. This thing doesn't feel like it's preheating anything, because I can tell 350 degrees. So it's not doing a dang thing. So probably gonna have to bring my dad back in here, or I can just start pushing buttons on the oven. Probably the first one, the safer idea, but we'll see. So now to add the dry ingredients to this mess, and we'll see how that goes. All I think I have left, we got the vanilla here that I haven't used. Haven't used the baking powder / baking salt. Not baking salt. What even? Baking soda. We got the flour here that I haven't used yet, and the salt that and the chocolate chips, of course. So just 5 more things I have to add. And I know it's 3 cups flour, 2 cups of chocolate chips, and then I like just 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1 teaspoon of that baking powder, so that's why I'm not too concerned about whether it's baking powder or baking soda, because it said only 1 teaspoon, but we'll see how big of a difference 1 teaspoon is. And then half a teaspoon of salt. And then that's what we get. And then just beat it all together, apparently. And then just put on the baking sheet, and hopefully this dang oven turns on, and put it in there for 10 minutes. So, almost done with this. Cracking edge was it was something. I'm glad we had the egg at the end of the school year instead of the beginning, because I probably wouldn't remember. I don't think much shell got in there. I mean, maybe a few tiny pieces, but it's not going to kill anyone. So, we'll see how this works after the dry ingredients. Okay, so here's the final product, at least of the part that I can do properly, mixing. It did so good at mixing, it got the little batter, sticky thingy, whatever goes inside the egg beater. The beater part does in the name, OT. The beater part stuck inside the dough. So let me just remove. It is all over it. Yeah, let's just say this is done somewhat decently. It feels like cookie dough. I mean, there's chocolate chips all over the place. Now I just have to wait for the oven to preheat because it's still not doing a dang thing. Did I add extra chocolate chips for good luck? Maybe. We'll never know. And just have to put these on the cookie sheet and put them in whenever this oven eventually wants to work with me. You think pushing the on button would turn it on, but no, I pushed that thing like half an hour ago and it's still not doing anything. So, yeah, this is fun. And especially the cleanup part, no, that's gonna be fun. Oh boy.